Soulja Boy has met his worst enemy, bro. I'm pretty sure this is him and BlueFace.
What's poppin', y'all? One of the most unbelievable beefs that I wouldn't say didn't need to happen. I think it needed to happen just for our pure entertainment is none other than Hall of Fame beefer Soulja Boy and BlueFace. And this one started off ridiculously, but pretty much every Soulja Boy beef starts off ridiculously. So he gets asked a question, this is BlueFace I'm talking about, in an interview with Funny Marco, and then asking if he'd win or how would it be if he did a versus Soulja Boy. And obviously his response is, yeah, I'd win. And then Soulja Boy gets upset by this. BlueFace didn't try to diss him at all. So Soulja Boy starts going off. He's like, you gonna perform Bust Down Tatiana 5 times in a row? Cut it out. Don't make me go to the vault and start pulling stuff out with Bow Wow and etc. And he's right. Soulja Boy is washing BlueFace in a versus. I mean, Soulja Boy has 10 years. Soulja Boy could just pull out, what was it, Rick and Morty and that other song that he had at the same time a couple of years ago.
You are trolling right now. You've got to be trolling. Rick and Morty, bro? Are we for real? Nah, BlueFace, what is that song? Like, this is not a bad song, bro. This is not. Bitch, hey, dick so good. See, that's way better than fucking Rick and Morty, bro. Are we being for real right now? Tripping.
Of years ago, or a year or two ago, if I remember correctly. Then this turns. Soulja Boy could just pull out, what was it, Rick and Morty and that other song that he had at the same time a couple of years ago, or a year or two ago, if I remember correctly. Then this turns personal when, well, after BlueFace starts talking about how he's got hits and he doesn't have just 1 or 2 songs, which maybe West Coast hits, and perhaps that's what skews BlueFace's perception. But on a nationwide scale, no, he has maybe 1-2 hits max, and that's
cap, bro. What?
If we're counting Bust Out. No, I said Bust Out Tatiana. I said that's if we're counting the song with DDG, Moonwalking in Calabasas.
Bro, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Which I will give him credit to play that song because he contributed a lot to the song. So eventually, BlueFace decides to go on and show proof and talk about the baby mom of Soulja Boy. Number one, we got to give credit to Soulja Boy for not having a kid accidentally until he was in his 30s. This guy's been in the game since 16. The amount of rappers we've seen just in a couple of years or in their first year or two in the game get someone pregnant and completely change the course of their lives and have to deal with that stress is too much to count. But Soulja Boy didn't. And as quote unquote dumb as he may seem and foolish, he didn't let that deter him. So now he had a kid with a woman that I think he's still dating or seeing. And BlueFace kind of showed out. He showed that she was busting it down in the music video and allegedly busting it down on BlueFace. I wouldn't be surprised either. That's how these rap chicks roll. Bro. So then Soulja starts beefing back and forth with them. I'll probably play you guys a couple of clips just to get the context out.
Why you talk about old shit, bud?
What's old about your BM? Sucking my
What is it? Why is you talking about shit before she even met you, bud?
Your baby mama the day before your baby shower.
Then Soulja Boy.
Damn. Oh, that hit Soulja's soul right there. Oh.
Rap chicks roll. So then Soulja starts beefing back and forth with them. I'll probably play you guys a couple of clips just to get the context out.
Why you talk about old shit, bud?
What's old about your BM? Sucking my
What is it? Why is you talking about shit before she even met you, bud?
Your baby mama the day before your baby shower.
Then Soulja Boy calls him out, says, let's meet up, let's link up, and BlueFace, I'm gonna play you guys the clip, he actually shows up and he's walking around.
I'm trying to, hey bro, if you see Soulja, tell him I came, we're looking for him, all right?
All right. What's your name?
My name BlueFace.
BlueFace.
Yeah,
Right.
Schoolyard.
BlueFace.
Soulja Boy, tell him BlueFace from Schoolyard Crib came over here looking for him.
All right.
All right.
And then eventually BlueFace goes on to say, let me know your terms and conditions, lil bro. I'll show you how it's supposed to go. I'll pull up wherever you feel safe at. Let me know, please. Let's talk in more action. Let's get this out the way.
Damn.
I already effed his BM, so if you don't want to even the score, I'll just take the W, I guess. This is wild because BlueFace is actually committing more to, I don't even know if this is a social media personality, to the character, which I believe is probably relatively authentic to who he actually is.
Nah, I'd say BlueFace is exactly like this, bro. That video of him just dumping it at that fucking dude who was like fucking trying to hit a drive-by on him, bro. That shit was crazy. Him fighting with his girl and shit, like, bro, this is him, bro. I think he's just fucking has no cares about how people think about him, you know?
Than he did his rap career. And at least he's going all in, right? I kind of like this new Blueface. I've been critical of Blueface in the past, not just music, but when he would get himself into legal trouble, whether it was walking into some dude's apartment, I don't even know what the issue was, and beating him up, or whether it was when Blueface had that like shooting incident, which he seemed to get away with scot-free. I think he just got probation. I don't think he got community service or anything like that. So it's interesting to see all this. And Soulja Boy, some people were saying Soulja Boy met his match. I think Soulja Boy is just in a part of his life where usually he'll beef with people like this, like Kanye West, etc., and they won't respond, or they'll just be like, man, that's Soulja Boy. I saw him come up. I was so much older than him. He was a fan of mine. I liked his stuff. Let me just figure out.
He's just clout chasing. That's what it is. Let's not sit here and fucking say what it's not, bruh. He's literally clout chasing. That's all he does. When he feels like he's irrelevant or broke, he will clout chase.
A mature way to squash it. Whereas Blueface is the type of person, in this scenario at least, that's going to keep going back and forth because his whole content, his whole brand is going back and forth. It was going back and forth with Krishan. It was creating drama or having her create drama and then add more drama to it, fuel the fire. So if someone's coming at Blueface, best believe he's going to keep going back and forth until you give up and step out. And Soulja Boy isn't used to that. And they get on and they start arguing. And it doesn't even seem like Soulja Boy actually hates or dislikes Blueface. And it doesn't seem like Blueface hates or dislikes Soulja Boy. Now, will people say that this is scripted for content? I don't believe so. There's no way that Soulja Boy, he's a man. There's no way in hell that he's going to tell Blueface, oh, let's do this fake.
Like, Blueface isn't a man? What are we doing here? Are we having narratives? I don't get it. But, like, at the end of the day, bruh, like, who the fuck cares?
Scripted for content? I don't believe so. There's no way that Soulja Boy, he's a man. There's no way in hell that he's going to tell Blueface, oh, let's do this fake back and forth. And it's okay for you to bring up these music video clips and you with my baby mom looking crazy because that's his kid. And Blueface also, I wouldn't say he dissed Soulja Boy's kid, but talked about him in a way like, yo, that's my son, maybe, or something like that.
Nah, that's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Which Soulja Boy would have reacted to crazily. Soulja Boy reacted crazily to even smaller offenses or what he considered to be offensive. And in this case, it just seems friendly. Soulja Boy is smiling the whole time in the live. I play you guys a clip. And overall, it feels like these two can make up and drop a song. That's what it looks like is probably going to happen. Or maybe get into some nonsense. But Blueface is out here just mobbing around solo, which I got to respect. I mean, Soulja Boy gave him an address. Blueface pulled up. He pulled up on IG stories, which I hear is a reality TV show. Apparently, he posts like 35 times a day. Damn. And it's 35 pieces of content that are actually action in terms of stuff is going on. It's not just a bunch of reposting the other trash rappers in your friend group. I don't know why I had to make that point, but some people usually do that. They're posting all those stories. Or in the case of some rappers that completely fell off and don't have careers anymore, they're just running promos for 25 posts a day.
Nah, for real, though. I hate that shit.
In hopes that they can scratch together enough cash for their weed, Henny, and backwoods as well. I don't even think they decide to eat. I think a lot of these rappers go weed first, then food, which explains a lot. Now for Blueface, fourth quarter, he's coming in, and I think we need to crown this guy possibly, quite possibly top one, top two, top three, max. We can't let him out of the top three.
No, let's be honest, bro. Blueface this year and Krishan have fucking blew the fuck up, bro. And honestly, in a bad and good way, but mainly bad. But they've been making money, though.
When it comes to most entertaining hip-hop personality of 2023. This guy's coming in hot at the last minute, and it's like Kobe in the fourth. Sure, there's people that have been consistent. You know, you've got Joe Buttons, you've got academics, etc. But Blueface has been on top of things. I mean, not only did he put on Krishan Rock, which a bunch of nonsense going on there, a bunch of foolery. He also put on his girl, and he's also been beefing back and forth. Nothing bad has happened to him. He's entertaining. The guy's funny. Like,
nah, he is funny as fuck.
Hard. Like I was critical of Blueface, but when he's like chill, he's not actually doing something where I think it's like really foul to someone else or taking advantage of someone else. He's pretty funny and he's pretty likable. So the fact that he's not only funny and likable, but he's doing all of this stuff on social media, it's entertaining. You can't knock it. Not only can you not knock it, you have to give him his credit for taking it all the way. And I think we've got to put him as top 5 hip-hop entertainers. That's how we got to start looking at him. He's no longer, someone will say Charleston White. That's a good question, actually.
What the fuck? Hell no.
Charleston, I don't know if I'd put Charleston White
Hell
underneath
no.
Blueface. Pause. We'll throw it to top 3, top 5. Blueface has got to be up there just from his performance in the past 3 months alone. And hopefully we continue to see a lot of foolery and nonsense from BlueFace that doesn't harm anyone. Now, if he was trying to drop music and do this, I'd be like, oh, okay. I don't think that's a good idea. Something like Lil Pump has tried to do, but at least BlueFace knows his lane that he wants to go in, and he's fully dedicated to it, which is becoming an entertainer. I wouldn't be surprised. Like Yachty has a podcast.
Yachty does have a
BlueFace could have
if BlueFace made a podcast, it'd probably blow the fuck up. But Yachty's podcast, bro, the Safe Place, bro, that shit's fire. That shit's fire, bro. I be listening to that shit while I be doing shit.
Comedy podcast. Now, the consistency to continuously show up to that is something that I don't think BlueFace wants to deal with. I think he's a free soul, some might call it, just hopping in and out of whatever he wants to deal with at the time. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. BlueFace and Soulja Boy need to make up, right? I think they won't actually make up just because of like male ego, which is completely fine. Soulja Boy does not have to make up with this guy, and I'm giving Soulja Boy a complete pass on this one. But I think they'll just allow it to fizzle out and then probably not just mention each other or anything like that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.
W video, bro. I ain't gonna lie.